Hi, welcome to Porter College, the jewel of University of California, Santa Cruz. You can see here we've got this nice little piece of artwork over here. It's coated in rust so as to keep the metal underneath it clean. Beautiful little piece of art. So come with us, we'll do a little walking.
Porter College is the fifth college at UCSC and is named after Benjamin F. Porter, the grandfather of three University of California benefactors, Porter Sesnan, Barbara Sesnan Carton, and William T. Sesnan.
Lovely patio over here, keep it nice and shaded on those hot days.
Mr. Porter came to California in the 1850s and purchased a small parcel of land containing a tannery in the Porter Gulch.
The Slug Cafe over here, where you can get all your eating done.
By 1870, he had bought the surrounding land and became the founding director of County Bank of Santa Cruz.
This is the Porter Quad. All the dorm rooms and that sort of thing for Porter. It's a nice open area, a lot of people hang out over here. Pass the time between classes. I think every time I've come through here I see somebody playing music.
The Porter Sesnan family has been extremely generous to UCSC, donating nearly 70 acres of land, as well as gifts for the establishment of the Sesnan Art Gallery.
4 buildings that are here. Each one of them has dorm rooms in it. People hanging out. Got tons of bikes over here. Everybody mostly takes bikes and walks around here. There's not really much parking for people. Nice little lovely area around here. So a stage setup over here for if you're in a band, you want to play some music, play it right there, do some acting, whatever you want to do.
The campus of UC Santa Cruz was once home to an indigenous tribe that lived throughout the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas as early as 500 BCE. Known to us as the Ohlone, their estimated population was over 10,000 individuals.
Hey, what do you guys think of Porter? Pretty cool, right?
Porter is dope.
It is. It's awesome.
Go to Porter.
It's the crown jewel of the University of California, Santa Cruz.
No, definitely.
For sure. Right on. Thanks, guys.
Many of the names used for towns, such as Soquel and Aptos, came from Ohlone names.
You got a totem pole over there. It used to be Native Americans lived in this area. And that's a little remnant of them.
An American Indian group formed in the 60s is believed to be responsible for the carving of the totem pole seen in the Porter Quad.
Nice tall trees. There's tons of walkways through everywhere. Everyone just walks everywhere. Lots of bridges that go across places that have really large chasms underneath it. So we'll take you around the back of Porter. Take us out to the Porter Meadow. Alright, so that's the Porter Quad. And this is the Porter Meadow that Leslie's going to tell you about.
Mine.
Battery shouldn't die out.
On my way to the meadow, I always get this particular feeling that I find difficult to describe, regardless of the mood I was in before. Everything slows down. Do you feel it? Life is different all of a sudden.
There's usually people out here doing all kinds of stuff. But now there's...
Usually there are a couple of people out here doing a range of things. It is not uncommon to run into people working on art projects. After all, Porter is the arts college. If you go check out their work and talk to them about it, you'll be very pleased. People that hang out in the meadow are always really friendly. There are no mean people out here. Only people who want to spend a little quality time with their friend nature.
It's not always in the same place.
There are a few ways to get to this picnic table I want to show you. Last time I tried to be spontaneous and go a different route. However, it didn't turn out so well and I had to crawl through shambles to get there. I was incredibly itchy after that, so we don't go that way.
Oh, the picnic table.
There's always people out here, like I said earlier. Sometimes, or a lot of times we're alone, we just sit out here, like, for some quiet time.
Here it is! It's so quiet and calm out here, yet really loud.
Especially on sunny days like this.
It's fun to read all the etchings on the table.
It's a really cool picnic table where you can just come and hang out, and a lot of people from Porter do. And yeah, there's a lot of etchings on it, and so it's always like really fun to read them.
I always wonder about the people who did them,
And
what they were thinking. Check out the view.
We walk through this way and into that.
It's pretty nice during the day, yes, but at night, it is better. The lack of lights around make the stars look amazing. Coming from a city area, I never knew that the night sky could look that way. It was here that I saw my first meteor shower. In fact, it was the first time I had seen any celestial activity. It was fall quarter, October 21st, 2009. Time, after midnight. It also happened to me by birthday. I remember being super stoked on the first meteor that I saw and just turning to everyone and being like, "Oh my gosh, did you see that? Please tell me you saw that." Lucky for me, it was the first time many of my peers had seen a meteor shower, and they were just as excited. So there we were, feeding off of each other's excitement. It went on for hours. I felt so small that night, looking up at the infinite sky. I gained a new perspective. I am insignificant. While some may find that to be slightly depressing, it's not for me. I feel really fortunate. I try to remind myself this when I'm stressing and worrying about silly things. They're just not that big of a deal. Anyway, that was a really special night for me. And it made the astronomy course I ended up taking later that year that much more awesome. Perhaps that experience is what causes that particular feeling I mentioned earlier. Nevertheless, I still believe that everyone gets a particular feeling at the meadow, like it's their own, because the meadow just has that effect on people. Everyone has their own stories and experiences there. And if you don't, well, you will.
So we are walking towards a bench that overlooks the meadow. A lot of people sit there. quote on the bench that says, "I shall lean into the calligraphy of new wheat," and a whole bunch of other stuff scratched into it. There used to be a scratching on here that said it was a good place to have shroom trips. It's just a nice place to sit down and relax.
The Porter Meadow is a lovely place to take a stroll. Walking around these parts, one will often see a deer or two grazing in the grass.
As you can see, everything is all green, and there's people out. There's people all the way over there doing recreational activities.
Although black-tailed deer are found all around campus, the meadow is frequented by deer in the early morning, midday, and late afternoon.
There's lots of wildlife, like butterflies in the meadow. And lots
I think that's a moth, Adrian.
of plants like ferns.
I think it's a moth, bud. But that's okay. There are lots of butterflies out here, a lot. And deer. You'll see a lot of deer out here. And squirrels.
And bobcats.
And bobcats.
Snakes.
And snakes. And banana slugs. Woo!
The North American field mice, otherwise known as meadow mice, routinely come out of their holes to nibble on grass, seeds, insects, and other small invertebrates. Mammals that inhabit the meadow include the dusky-footed wood rat, western gray squirrel, striped skunk, raccoon, brush rabbit, gray fox, coyote, and mountain lion.
Then over that way, we have the family student housing for students with families.
As you can see from over there, some of the Porter B windows overlook the meadows, so that's nice.
Many birds also inhabit the meadow, including the red-tailed hawk, Steller's jay, western scrub jay, peregrine falcon, California quail, mourning dove, great horned owl, acorn woodpecker, sharp-shinned hawk, the wren tit, the American pipit, California towhee, western meadowlark, and a large variety of sparrows and finches.
This whole place is like Porter's personal backyard.
Snakes and lizards can often be seen halfway asleep sunbathing. Likewise, people come to the meadow for the same reason.
Now, would you think this path right here, you think it came from just a bunch of people walking on it?
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Besides sunbathing, the open space of the meadow is ideal for recreational activities, and for this reason the Porter Meadow is the annual site for 420.
And this little hill right here put us next to the Slug Cafe.
Besides animals, the meadow is full of many plants that include the five-finger fern, the lady fern, the blue Dick's flower, mountain iris, and the coast redwood.
The
Slug Cafe is where people go to eat here in Porter. It has a nice view that we are about to look at right now.
The close proximity to Porter College makes the meadow feel like Porter's own backyard. Porter Meadow is a diverse ecosystem that is the gem of Porter College.
People are eating. This is the dining hall, which is next to the cafe. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of fence work because the UCSC maintenance likes to keep everything green and pretty. Lots of deer eat here, as well as other animals.
Isn't much time. Yeah. Here's your time. Guess I'm starting here. Where are we going? We're going towards the koi pond. And past the, I guess we aren't going to the koi pond. Yeah, we can go to the koi pond. Okay. Pass by the Porter staff building here on the left. Here's the Porter office. And finally the koi pond.
The koi pond provides yet another place on campus to sit down and relax. In Japanese symbolism, the koi represents perseverance in adversity and strength of purpose. The way it's told and understood is that the strongest koi swims upstream until it reaches the final waterfall, where it vaults into the mist and becomes a water dragon.
People in our class. Coming up on the Porter Swivel.
At the end of our tour, you come upon the Porter Squiggle. It may be considered an eternal part of UCSC
and the gateway to Porter College. As it overlooks the west part of campus and further on the ocean, you may see it as an essential part of this area. While its name is officially untitled, it goes by many names. Most popular are the Squiggle, the Flying IUD, and the Porter Wave. This is probably where we'll add our narrative to the end of it. This symbolic piece of campus art is featured often on the web. The squiggle often stands on its own, but is rarely overlooked as people pass to and from class, run out to catch a bus, or head out on their way to College 8, Oaks, or any other part of campus. It's a popular place on campus to just relax. Most of the time you'll see people studying, playing music, taking some time to sleep, or just out to enjoy the view. As you look out, you might be reminded of the Porter slogan, Ars longa, vita brevis, meaning life is short, art endures. Well, we hope you've enjoyed your tour of Porter College and hope to see you on campus pretty soon.